Hi, chat. Hello, everyone. Mm. Do, 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 do. You know, it does not feel like Wednesday. I know it's a Wednesday, but it does not feel like Wednesday today. It feels like a Thursday. So much so that I just picked up my phone and checked. I was like, wait a minute, it's not actually Thursday, is it? No, it's Wednesday. Today's been a weird day. Anyway, I couldn't decide on what to play today. Okay, I think the music's still too loud. Hold on. Back down. There we go. I couldn't decide on what to play today, and I was like, I just really want to go back to play the game I've been playing. I played for like 4 hours yesterday. um, Basically from when I got home to when I went to bed, with like an hour break in there somewhere. I played this game, and I was like, you know what? I know I'm gonna be dropping chat in the middle of it, and you all are just gonna, be along for the ride. But it's not really a game that needs that much explanation. So like, I put it under this one, didn't I? Hopefully the audio capture is still working. I don't know how well the game audio is gonna actually come across. Currently the music level is higher than the game music level. But actually, dun, dun, dun. We can turn the music. Well, I don't want to turn the music completely off. We can turn like that up, I think. Just to hold you. Yeah, I don't know how much you can hear that paper sound. But here's the little town we're in that we've decided to come have a bookshop in. Here's our tiny bookshop. Yes, I bought the clock tower. I don't know if Dragon's here, but I was complaining about how much the clock tower cost yesterday, and then I was like, you know what? I'll get it. Like, but I want to see what unlocks. You're here? Hi. I bought it! Like, I don't want to spend 900 coins on this darn thing, but I want to know what other options there are, and if I don't buy it, the other options will never show up. Curiosity got the better of me. I want to know, once now I've bought it, what else shows up in the shop. And by the shop, I mean the newspaper. Oh, there's a wild zangoose. Okay, this song is... I need like a chill playlist some days. Like, I have a chill playlist, but why do the intense songs always decide to come on when I don't need them to? There we go. Yeah, I gave in. After all that complaining I did yesterday. Okay, so we're at the beginning of a day. For those who may not have seen any of this game, I'm just gonna decide where we're gonna hang out today. Sell books. We've got lots of options. Over here is the count of books I have in the boosts. Can I see? I don't think here's where I can see my boost. Can I see? Yeah, I'm aware. Oh, it's the flea market. We'll probably go to the flea market. Oh, here we go. Effects. These are the boosts I have for each of the sales. Wow. Cool. Oh, and it even highlights which items I have equipped to do what. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have many boosts on kids' books. I need to get some better hanging items. I might have to look at unequipping the birdhouse, honestly. It probably has something else I should be hanging on the wall that has higher... What does it give me? Just +1 travel. Oh, fun, it's an animal, technically. I love how... Do I have the cat equipped still? Yeah, I have the cat, the dog, and the birdhouse. It's totally compatible. But we can look at that later. Oh, I only have a +9% to danger. Let's go. I've yet to see danger be a problem. Minus from Klaus's poster. Well, but classic sale chance. Actually, at only 50% to music effects. I should probably replace that with something else. Let's go look. Okay. So I believe that would be a wall item. I do like having the band equipped, band art equipped. 1% to customer count. Yeah, but I don't have any current cases to. I don't have any current cases to investigate. Ooh. +3 to travel sales chance. Okay. This is actually the pool of stuff I have to replace the birdhouse. That's probably why I won't replace the birdhouse yet. I also want to probably replace, like, this stuff eventually. Well, not that one necessarily. But the stuff that only gives me, like, 1%. I need to replace with stuff that gives me a little bit more than that. Finally paint that darn table again. Okay. Wait, I think... Hold on. I just remembered something. Oh, I need to make sure it's equipped. Okay. Gosh darn it. I have to have that plant around for... So there's a plant that I, nope, not that. That I've grown that I don't actually want to keep around, but for the quest, I need it to be around. I could put it... No, I need that. No, I want to put... Can I go outside? Hope so. It would be nice to put that one there. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let's see. What's the typewriter do? Alright, we'll replace the typewriter temporarily. I need it. Thank you for the lurk search. Yes. I guess not both the buoys are on the inside. It's fine, guys. Is it a strange combination of decorations? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, let me double check. I think I want to go to the flea market, but I'm going to double check and make sure there's nothing else I needed to do. Okay. I need to sell crime books at the beach. It'll probably be the next day we'll go to the beach. Yeah, I see. Extra books. Yeah, okay. Can't do this one until we get to winter again. I was so close. I think it was at like 68 out of 72. What? You're welcome? I don't know for what though. I think I just need to go to the. Well, I'll go to the flea market because it's a good place to go, and you can buy stuff. But the Christmas song? Oh. Or do I go sell crime books at the beach instead? Nah, the flea market's once a day, once a week. We go to the flea market. Sell crime books at the beach any day of the week. So now I'm equipping. But actually, like on it, like placing books on the shelves. Do I want just a half shelf of the kids' books? Make sure I have all the fantasy books. Now I could have put more books in here. What if I put one more book? 15% from analysis paralysis. And I don't want to do that at the moment. Okay. So, when I'm at the flea market, classic fantasy, fact, and drama. Classic fantasy. Fact. Fact is something I need to have more of. Even though travel is one of my better genres, and normally we'll put some extra fact books on the kids' shelf because, yeah. Alright. Everything else. Oh, did I die already? Yeah, okay. See, I bought the darn clock tower thingy, and I've gotten these two options instead. I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. Speaking of Christmas songs, oh my goodness, is it went to Torture Dragon today? Alright, let's open up the tiny bookshop. Hi to the poppers, because the poppers is cute. Okay. I would take a peek and see what everybody's got for sale. I'll take the library sale because you get a variety of books from that. Perfect. She really wants me to buy this darn armchair. Let's see. Anything new here? That color blue is kind of fun. For an art thing, you're not selling that much art. I'm not gonna lie. +2 to travel sales chance. I'll take that color though. These two are practically these two are the same color. I'm sorry, one of them is slightly darker. Shh. Why'd you buy both of those? Okay. Will people be buying books? We'll make a pot of coffee real quick. What we got? Ooh, what's this one do? 15% to plant effects, plus 3% to danger, though. But sure. More options. While you have at least 7 fact books. 4% to fantasy, 4% to kids sale. That's interesting. Small bench allows people to find rest. Well, after finding their new book, 2 seconds to inspiration duration, +2 daily expenses. I do have the money. You never know when I need to optimize my shop for certain things. Never know. Plants?
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might be enjoying just having the money a little more than I should. Okay.
Hmm.
It's fine, though. Everything's fine. I want to see what new stuff they get. And if I don't buy it, they don't often get new stuff. Kind of annoying that way. Kind of wish some of the things would rotate through instead of just staying the same. So. Someone to rely on. Tell me when you'll let me in. Somehow I feel like I'm just gonna... Oh. Alright, let's see what we got here. So what has been selling well today? I'm looking for a true challenge to my wits. I'm also looking for a non-fiction book. Okay. But I think humorous books can be a bit cringy. So it's gotta be a serious non-fiction challenging book. Great. Let's see what we got. Dinosaurs in prehistoric life. I mean, stunningly illustrated. Illustrated dust jackets. That could work. That's not really challenging book. This one could work. That sounds a little bit more thought-provoking. What part is I'm relying completely on these descriptions? Design patterns. Ooh, this looks like elements of reusable object-oriented software. That sounds like a book I should read. Wait, recipes. Ooh, pastries. Yummy. Ooh, book about DNA. Okay. Those are both travel. These are all travel books, but sometimes you get a fun book in here that would make more sense. Appalachian Trail, Buxton Bay, which is where we are. Ooh. What if rivers are alive? That's fun. Non-fiction. See, the interesting thing is, I would consider this book "Is a River Alive" by Robert McFarlane. McFarlane doesn't sound like a fiction book to me. About all the different rivers, and sounds like some interesting thoughtness. However, I know it's really picky about it sometimes. Let's look at these two fact books. I forgot I put them down here. Okay. Think challenged wits. I think this one maybe? Because I know not. Perfect. Sometimes I overthink it. A wild tropius has appeared. If anyone wants to catch it. Goodbye.
Oh.
The city. Hey, we managed to grow wolfsbane, and we're still alive.
Ah.
Yes, I know. Let me take a closer look. Typical cylindrical helmet form. Aconitine test strip is negative. Now I can't be sure until I take another look at these samples in the lab, but it looks like we managed to create a non-toxic mutation of the Aconitum napellus species. I probably said that wrong. You'd think I would be able to say Latin words right, but no.
Oh.
This could have incredible implications for its use in medicinal practice. In a way, it does have magical powers, huh? Yay! New memory, the bane of the wolf. In antiquity, wolf's bane was used as poison. Now it could be used to heal.
Yay.
Wow, this is the most exciting research I've conducted so far. Thank you so much for your help. Yay! Another new memory and another achievement. I got like 10 achievements yesterday. Anne's research project. You helped create some freaky mutations. Seems like they like being around books.
Wow.
Don't worry, you'll of course be credited in my dissertation. I couldn't have done it without you in the bookshop after all. Now you'll have to excuse me. There's so much more I need to note down. Bye! Perfecto. And I got 3 plants out of it. At least this time she didn't replace this entire table with another plant. I swear, every time they give you an item to place in your bookshop, they replace the most inconvenient item. Hi. I get a book. Fantasy is my fave. Bonus points if it's epic, and I wouldn't mind challenging myself to a really long read. Problem there, kiddo. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're completely out of fantasy books. Okay. So we need epic, long. Probably none of those. What's considered long? So I need to look for a fantasy book hiding in one of the other genres. 288 pages isn't really long, is it? Honestly, classic is probably gonna have something. Persuasion just sounds, it's Austin novel, never mind. That's definitely not gonna be fantasy. Hi, Nordic Wolf. Historical play, not so much. Nope. Stevedon sounds not fantasy as well. Bergerac? It's a 19th century rom-com. Not fantasy and related whatsoever. Epic and really long. We might have to go for something epic and really long and not fantasy. But I'll try first. No. Nope, that's just that's just a romance book. Serious shapeshifter embarks on a legendary adventure based on folktales and legends in this timeless Chinese classic. That could work. Journey to the West or Monkey King? That could work. It's 339 pages. That's longer, right? Okay, it's The Ugly Duckling is too short. Okay. Check. I'm also gonna check the drama. No. Nope. The Lighthouse also doesn't sound fantasy. That's a play. Romance book. Not that it can't be a romance fantasy, but features of magical realism. Oh, not that kind of magical realism. Oh, Bridgerton, not fantasy. Welcome to this murder mystery where everything goes exactly as planned. Not. Hamlet, no. Nope. Okay. I think this one's going to be the best shot at giving this person what they want. It is a difficulty 5-star, and it's a difficulty 6-star in my opinion, because I didn't have any fantasy books left. Cool. It worked. Alright, what does this person want? Looking for a book that suits my interests. Your Highness, I do require a historical fantasy book. Oh my word. Also bonus points if it's epic. Why? Oh, the light's on. That's probably why everyone wants fantasy books. The fantasy light is on. Okay, so at least they didn't say it needed to be long. Historical fantasy. What does that even mean? No. Okay, we're gonna have to go through these again. I'm gonna go a little fast because we kind of already... Historical fantasy. Does that mean I need to be aiming for something like... Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to do this reinterpretation of Iliad. It's a historical play in Bookstone Classic for a reason. And it's historical, but not historical, and I'm assuming it's probably some form of epic. Perfect. It's like, I'm guessing on context here, but hey. Well, I really sold out of fantasy and fact books. Dang. Da, 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 da. And despite the fact that I bought a lot of things at the market, we already are at a surplus of money. A plus money. Positive surplus? Profit? However you would put that. Oh, I probably should not have made the coffee. It's fine though. It's fine. Just a coin. Never mind. They bought one coffee. Or evened out. It costs a coffee. Not a coffee. A coin to activate the coffee machine. But for every coffee you sell, you get a coin, sir. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Close up the shop. And off for the day. Alright, let's see what we got here. So where am I on fact books and travel books are the lowest. Ooh, but with at least 700 pages. I get that request a lot. There we go. Now that doesn't guarantee, that's no guarantee that those will get mixed in right away. But it'll give me a better chance. New. What'd I get new? Exactly? Is it just renewing the Wolfsbane? Which I want to replace anyway. Oh no, it's the other things I bought. Travel. Classic. Alright, so I think I want to... Honestly, what did I have here before? A typewriter. This is a +9 to fantasy sales when there's 5 fantasy books in the thing, but... I also have a lot of things that boost plant effects at the moment. So we're gonna look at the plants again. I want to compare. This is +2 to travel and +2 to classic. This is +11 to kids sales. +4 to travel. Oh, this is bigger. Well, I can definitely put it here. And then put that. Put that there. Because see, this one right here, gardening equipment, is +50% to all plant effects. It's one of the reasons that, like, everything is so boosted right now. Alright. And the watering can, whenever I use it, is 50% to all plant effects as well. This is +4 to classic. I think that's good for the moment. Okay. I think my only quest Nice. Is this one at the moment? Sell 20 crime books. So, we'll sell crime books at the far beach. And to sell 20 in one day, I'm going to have more than... I'm just going to have to make sure I have... I'm going to have at least 20 in the bookshop. I already sold a handful the first day I got the quest, but... So, I am noticing I didn't sell that much drama. Drama is not a popular choice on this part of the so we're gonna go this and do that, because kids, actually there's a lot of in this one. I think I want to make sure I have enough kid books to do good recommendations. And what was the other one? Fantasy, kids and crime. Okay. Well, I've got plenty of crime books. Do I want to change the balance any more than that? I don't think so. Let's see what happens today. Whee. Oh, there was a mystery noise at the cave the other day. No? And... Can I get inside the castle? No, it's also loud. Okay. I didn't think so. Oh, somebody needs help with the book. What do you need? You're in a bit of a hurry. You like scary stuff. Something from a series would be nice. You wouldn't mind something like a thriller. Okay, so we're looking at the red books for a moment. Scary series thriller. Okay. First check. Oh, this is from a series, given it's named number 1. Shortly after Ernest arrives, a secluded ski lodge for the Cunningham family reunion. A body is found in the snow. Ernie writes how 2 books for mystery writers. He knows the best rules, formulas, and tropes, but he's never been this close to this many suspects. Which, honestly, sounds fun. It is Archer. Wouldn't mind a thriller. Don't know that this one is a thriller, though. The body in the library, that sounds scary. Eerie and haunting, but not necessarily thrilling. Monster Volume 1. Something from a series. Oh, fun. That could work. Good thing we have more options. This one sounds like it would be very funny. Emily Polyfax is a widowed empty nester who has always dreamt of becoming a spy. So at 60 years of age, she leaves her tiny apartment in New Jersey to visit Washington and asks politely if the CIA will have her. Thus begins a hilarious and lighthearted mystery series. Monster said thriller in the description. Did it? Oh yeah, but it was also a manga, so I wasn't sure if I'm like, does that count? I mean, it could. If it hits all the other boxes. Like, but sometimes people specifically ask for those, but if you're looking for a book to read. Am I weird? Is like if I want a picture book, I want a picture book, and if I'm in the mood for a reading, I want a reading book. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm probably overthinking it though. You're probably right. Yes. Hi, Art. Mousetrap and other plays. I actually think I've seen Mousetrap. Maybe. That sounds familiar. Spooky classic. That's fun. I don't think that's a thriller, really. Something from a series. This is not a series. There's obvious weight to the requirements. Sometimes you can get away with skipping out on one requirement, but this one honestly sounds a bit more like the right way to go. A week on an uber luxurious yacht? Yes, please. Travel journalist Lowe witnesses a woman thrown overboard, but frustratingly, no one believes she's telling the truth. A suspenseful thriller with a cast of characters that rivals Agatha Christie, which is a bold statement to make. Supposedly, I don't know that I've ever read. Well, I might have read something by Agatha Christie, but she seems like a legend, and you know. Okay, scary sounds scary from a series, hence the series name here, and a thriller. How about this one? Perfect. They liked it. So far, I've managed to actually give everybody something they wanted. I'm sure the next one it will be not as easy to do. The hard part is like the first couple, or like the first one in each genre that I have to recommend each day, I have to go through all the books. Once, like if I get another crime request recommendation, I'll be able to like locate the book a lot faster because I've already read everything. Assuming I get another one before the day ends. We never know. Also, look how many people are in this tiny bookshop. I would not go in there because of claustrophobia. My gosh. Okay. Bring a book to school day. Horror shocker. Okay. Sci-fi. Never too old for a kid's book. Dear heavens. Okay. Its human family is in crisis. A vintage typewriter breaks the rules to communicate what they most need to remember. Heartfelt and beautiful middle grade book. That's cute. Dealing with dragons. Get out of being a typical princess. Cimarine volunteers to be a dragon's princess so she can pursue her own interests. Overenthusiastic knights, the suitor who just won't go. Nosy wizards and a political dragon politics were not part of the plan. Huh. Not as an end as you'd hoped. Had to be back at the new house for the kids' first week, making sure they get up and focus in case you need to take them back. But paperwork snafus mean that the only one started this week and the other should start next week. Lack of clarity on the calendar suggests they both had in-person testing next week. They don't, thankfully. Your father-in-law is getting remarried the week after, and he lives a lot closer to here. It's been a week and a half. Goodness. Dealing with dragons. Claire, have you and Mouse written a book? Me. This honestly does sound like a book I would actually like. Not gonna lie. Even though it is a children's book, quote unquote, it doesn't matter. Uh, I actually feel like that might. See, hold on. I want to take a picture of this because I want to find this later, just to see if this description seems accurate with the description that's on the internet. I might. I keep banging. I have my plate from dinner over here, and I keep banging my hand on my fork. Okay. This is horror shocker sci-fi kids book. Maybe kids book. So we probably have to scratch the kids book part because there's the two I have, and neither of them are sci-fi horror shockers. Which, first of all, as a child, what are you doing? Okay, that one. This one's sci-fi. doesn't go with the horror shocker. Are any of these sci-fi? No. Elaborate assassination plot of high-ranking Vatican officials? Yeah, okay, so that's not sci-fi. Not that was not sci-fi. Probably not sci-fi. Okay. I might have to go for the horror shocker angle carefully. I'm like skim reading to see if there is a sci-fi book in here somewhere. Nope. Okay. Oh yes, the widely known sci-fi book Great Expectations. No. Yeah, that sounds like chaos. That definitely sounds like a week or two. Nope, not sci-fi. Not sci-fi. Given the plumbing disaster, you're not surprised it is what it is. All's well that ends well. That's great and all. Uh, okay, none of those were. Hmm. So I'm gonna have to at least get a. Do I even have like a horror shocker? I mean, this is vampires, but that's not sci-fi. And that's also not a book I should be handing a child. Hmm. You know what? We'll try this one, even though I don't think this is gonna work out. Yeah. I didn't think so. It's like I didn't have a book that works, though. Oh well.
How long have you had these for?
Oh my goodness, it's a double raid! Hi, Cat. Hi, Cal.
You don't
Oh.
need to see his identification.
We don't need to see
Goodness,
These
hello.
aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Marching
Go
Angel.
about his
Hi,
business.
Improv.
You can go about your business.
Hello,
Move
hello,
along.
hello.
Move along.
Double raid. Thank you guys so much for the raid.
How long have you had these for?
And it's gonna play the audio again.
They're up for sale.
If you want them.
Let me see your identification.
Things are doing good.
don't
Things are
need
doing
to
good.
see
I
his
had a bit of a chaotic week this week, but
We
you
don't
know,
need to see his identification.
life goes on.
These aren't the droids
We're
you're
just
looking
playing a chill game that almost requires no thinking on my part. I say almost, like I'm not
Go
about
about
to
his
do a bunch of
business.
thinking with this book
Go about
recommendation.
your business.
Move along.
So this one looks
Hold
simpler
on.
than some of the other ones we've
Hold
done
on.
already. But yeah. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my name's Clarify. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, give my mod a second. Thank you for the follow. I think most of my mods are busy at the moment, so. Thank you for the raid. You guys were playing Repo today. Very fun. Hopefully you had better luck than you had yesterday. Or at least when I was watching yesterday. There were some interesting deaths. Much chaos and so many deaths. Oh goodness, I missed it. Gosh darn it. Hopefully everybody still had fun despite the many deaths. If you need to read and run and do all the after stream things, go ahead. Don't worry about it. We are just here to chill and recommend books to people. It's Cat. There will be many more deaths to come. Oh, of course. You played with the roll staff. It was interesting. Ooh. Hi, Evil. It's all good. It's all good. And hi, Nox. I am brain. Sorry. That is very true. There were many more deaths. It would be weird if it was a cat repo stream and there wasn't at least one death. But that's also just the way repo works. I speak as if I've ever played the game. I've not played the game, but I've watched so many hours of it at this point. Playing scrap mechanic in another window, which means engineering a solution to something. Brain go brrr. Yeah. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. The other day I was playing games with my friends and then I needed to like tab out and do something. I was like, ah. It's in the middle of an Overwatch round and I was like, I need to tab out and take care of that. Okay. Speaking of brain going brr and thinking, we need to pick a book for this person. Let's see. So they want a play. Okay, so we're going to be in the drama and classic categories. Perfect. That'd be the teal and yellow. Basically rip my heart out. So it's sad, but not too scary. Okay. Let's see. So not this one. Because gruesome nature means scary. That's not a play. That's not a play. That's not a play. Hmm. Ooh. Comedy of errors, but it's not sad. It's not a slight tragedy. We need a tragedy. Let's see. I'm sure there's a Shakespeare in here somewhere. Oh, there's a wild Mincino in chat if anyone wants to catch it. Okay. Nope, that's not a play. This music is so familiar. I never played this game. Well, that's because this would be Minecraft music. At the moment, this is, Other Side by Lena Raine. So that would do it, I would think. Yes, that would make sense. Okay. Let's see, that's not a play either. Oh, a dramatic play by a Russian playwright. But you couldn't place it. It does kind of just have a lo-fi like vibe to it. Dramatic play. No. It's perfectly fine if you're late. All good. Welcome in. Though I will admit, I do not know how to say your name. Bonquisha would be my first guess, and that sounds wrong. Nope, that's not a play. This one? It's a love story, but it doesn't say play. Oh, nobody got the Pokemon. Okay, so currently... What was the other one I had? This one might work. Nope. That one might work as well. The play that goes wrong. Goodness. This one sounds fun. Bonkisha or Bonkisha usually. You respond to anything that starts with a B? Or just Bon? Okay. Makes sense. Okay, let's see. Nope. Historical drama. Is that technically a play? I don't know. Uh, Okay. Honestly, this one could work because it sounds like it might be sad, but like not too sad or scary. Because it says, is this a love story or is it? It's hard to tell with all the forgetting. Try again. This may be a love story about Eurydice, who dies on her wedding day and is taken to the underworld. Orpheus is coming to rescue her, but Eurydice is starting to forget day by day. Sounds a bit like a tragedy. Don't have any... Yeah, okay. I don't know, sure. Perfect! Sometimes they are picky, sometimes they are not. Hey, quick question. Do you have a torch with you? No. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We'll just have to get by with mine then. Listen, have you noticed the weird roars coming from the sea cave over there? Yes, I did. Not on stream, but it did happen. Obviously, we have to investigate. This will be my first expedition as a future speleologist? No. Speleologist. Cave expert, whatever. See, I already wrote down my working theories here. New case. Ooh, have to get the conspiracy board out. Mysterious noises. Mysterious and frankly unsettling noises have been heard from the sea caves. We must get to the bottom of this. Meet me over there next to the cave entrance as soon as you're ready to investigate, okay? Alright, so we'll have to equip the conspiracy board again. I just unequipped it. Because I finished the quests for, that was music was too loud for my brain. I just finished the quest to find the 7th rule for the business organization. They had a mystery piece of paper that was missing. Alright, and that would be the day over. Oh, we got 16 out of 20. Gosh darn it. We'll have to go back to the beach. Oh no. Might as well. I have so many books right now. I don't really need more necessarily, but wouldn't hurt to always mix in some new ones. Okay, today is Mega Savings Day, so if we go to Mega March, it will be quite busy. Another cruise ship? Really? We just had the cruise ship. Literally. I mean, we didn't because it hasn't been in the last 2 in-game weeks. But we did just literally have the cruise ship. Okay. Let's see. Sir. Let me... Okay, saying bye to Cal and Angel who you're playing with. All good, all good. I know that, what you call it, all too well. Okay, so what did they... Oh, they put the conspiracy board up for me. That's nice of them. What did they take down for me, though? This looks cute. Yeah, I really like this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been playing it a lot recently. But when I wasn't sure what to play today, I was like, you know what? I'll just play this. Okay, so what did they take off the wall? That's the real question. Probably this painting. I have a feeling this is what was up. That's fine. As long as this is properly equipped, it's fine. Make sure they've... it's always equipping... When it equips quest items for you, it just, like, does it and doesn't care about what it replaces. I've complained about it so much recently. Okay. Serious 7th rule is not up. I'm sure that the correct one is... Alright, mysterious noises is up. Perfect. Okay. You also just learned that one of your cats like everything bagel hummus. Ooh. Fun. Is that something cats can have? I don't know. I can't imagine hummus by itself is a problem. It's chickpeas. Yeah, exactly. It's just chickpeas, but... knowing my dogs, their constitutions would be angry. Let's see. So, mysterious noises at the beach or Mega March? That's the question. Let me double check. Is that an actual quest? Selling crime books at the beach. Garlic isn't necessarily great, but it's fine. And the little looks she got. That makes sense. I think... Investigate the noises. Alright, we'll probably just go back to the far beach and try to sell more crime books. And find out what's going on with the noises in the cave. Okay. Do that. Do I do 2 rows of fantasy instead of 2 rows of classic? I kind of feel like I do. Given it sold out so crazily last time. Actually, I need to do a full row of kids' books though. And I might do... that. That a crazy combination to do? Possibly. Do that, I think, though, because that way... this is always one of the harder parts, is just making sure I have all the books I want. And knowing, like, which ones to emphasize, you know? One of your other cats, or your older cat, Ernie, has eaten Cheetos, green peppers, oyster crackers. Yeah. That makes sense. And a strawberry. Yeah, our dogs probably, I mean, I know they love Cheetos. They're not supposed to get them. But definitely sounds like something they would. I feel like I used to, and by we, I mean not me, obviously. Zoe used to get cheese puffs every once in a while when we have them. It's not that I don't give my dog stuff off my plate, but I'm not the one who does it a lot. Because I know everybody else does, so I kind of just don't. Okay. Do that again. In the middle of summer, I was golden in the stars, golden when the day met the night. I'm really happy with my little cart thing. At first, I didn't realize I could recolor it, and you can recolor the car as well. And a lot of the items you can recolor. At first it was just whatever color it was by default. Now I've gotten like decorated like crazy. It's fun. Got another update on... Hey, I've got another update on the research project if you're interested. You don't really generally give them human food to any of them, only on Thanksgiving. Sometimes you do little things.
Yay.
I couldn't stop thinking about that wolfsbane mutation, so I went straight to the lab and finalized my observations. Okay.
Ah.
Actually, I finished my research documentation early.
Ooh.
Early, do you hear me? I have never finished something this soon before a deadline. Can you believe it? After almost 8 years in this degree, I finally pulled through. Of course, I still have to wait for my grade, but right now I couldn't care less. I'm just so proud of myself. Yay, she did the thing.
Yeah.
How about I treat myself to a new romance as a reward? Alright, yes, buy all of my books. Buy them all! Your late kitty loves sticking his head into your mom's coffee mug. Your current kitty is a trash raccoon and will try to get into everything, but specifically ice cream bowls. Yeah. Animals are silly like that. Look, look, guess what we found in the sand near the cave? What, kiddo? Shields and swords, yep, that's right. It must be a sign from the warriors of the past. They want us to hold steady. Sure. Since you're helping us in our noble quest, I want to bestow a shield on you too. Sure. It would be my honor. Neil, my loyal subject. Here you go. Woo! Depicting a sandcastle shield. Depicting a stout sandcastle. It was unearthed by the sandcastle kids. Let's hope they don't dig too deep. When a fantasy book is bought, 1% increase to kids' sale chance while equipped, 10% plus 10% to danger plus 2 daily expenses. Goodness. Anyway, didn't you want to come by the cave? Come on, that mysterious noise won't investigate itself. I'll wait over by the cave entrance. Don't be late. Can't be late. Oh yeah, so the kids decided to build this giant sandcastle. By the way, they spent like a few days on the construction, and now it's a no adult zone. Oh goodness, everybody wants a book recommendation. All right, what we got? One kid's book, please. Absolutely nothing romantic, please. Okay. Well, we have one kid's book over here. Forced to flee their homes. You know what? There you go. It's difficulty 1 star. I don't need to think about too hard about it. Sounds like someone's swiped a SCA trailer and dumped what they thought they wouldn't sell. Something like that. Okay, what does this other person need? The one kid's book, please. Nothing highbrow though. What does that even mean? Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that one. Definitely not Watership Down. Well, I can't. I didn't see that fast enough, and they liked it anyway. Apparently, it's a bedtime story. I've never read that one. No, I haven't. Sell 20 fantasy books in a day. Let's go. I have not. It's a little dark in spots. Ah. Like, I don't know what they mean by highbrow, so I'm like, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe might be a little bit too... I don't know. Thinky? Like, what does that mean? Bring a book to school, suitable for 10-year-olds, similar to Forest of Silence. Not Z or Narnia either. Yeah, I was kind of like, these are all thinking slightly, like, more involved books. Okay. But this kid might like Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe if they like the Forest of Silence. The similar vibes, maybe? I don't know. Yes, perfect. You're on your 3rd copy of it. You read it way too many times. Same with Tail Chaser's song. Ah. Yeah, I don't... This is the first time I've ever heard of it. Except you think you're more on your 6th copy. Yes, I read Narnia so many times. And listened to it. Oh, read it. The fun part was my parents got me the, like, all the books in one book with, like, all the fancy artwork and stuff with it as well. And so it was a bit. And it's not like your normal novel size. It's more of a. I don't know how to describe the like. It's the bigger, closer to like the size of a letter page. And so it was a little awkward to read. Huge. But I managed it. It was huge and heavy, but I still managed to do it even if I hurt my shoulders or whatever when I was reading. It was fine. Both are good books. You highly recommend them? Good to know. It is really fun that this game has all real books in it. Like, I've seen so many that I'm like, I've read that one. And the other ones I'm like, I know about that one. New. What did I get? Oh, I didn't investigate the cave. I thought it would. All right, that's fine. I'll investigate the cave tomorrow. What's new? Oh, the shield we got from the kiddo. Let's see. What was it? Probably not going to equip it. +1 while there are fantasy books being bought, and it doesn't seem worth it to me. The only one you've gone through multiple copies of was Snow Crash. You considered writing a screenplay for it because you're a nerd. That's fun. You know, I don't know that I've gone through multiple copies of any book off the top of my head. Huh. Never ever watched the movie for Watership Down. It's got some graphic spots. At least with the book, it's not so visual. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like books oftentimes more than movies. Because, like, or TV shows. Is like, I don't mind books that are slightly spooky and stuff. But an example I can think of, a great example for me, is Stranger Things. I feel like I would have enjoyed that a lot more if I'd been reading it. Because then the best way I can, like, analogy I can give is, like, then you're in charge of the rating. Like, then you're in control of your own imagination. So, like, it's a little bit easier to deal with some of the spookier stuff. Or scary or gory or whatever. Fair, your first copy of Snow Crash was a strip from working at a bookstore. Ah. Yeah, so getting another version of it would make sense. You read Tail Chaser's Song in junior high. When you finished it, you asked your mom to buy you a copy of it. She didn't understand why, since I just read it, but I've read it so many times since. Well worth it. See, I'm notorious for just what I would do is if I found a book in our library, like we had a lot of books. A lot of books. If I liked it, it kind of just stayed in my room. On my bookshelf. It would just migrate to my bookshelf. And then if Mom wanted it back, she could have it back. But, you know, if it was a book I really liked, it kind of just became mine. Mom jokes about it now. It's about cats. Watership Down is about rabbits. Oh, fun. I'm seeing a theme there, Cat. I'm seeing a theme. Why are all the loud songs playing when I'm trying to talk? Goodness. Yeah. But we were, especially when we were going through my books. I don't remember why we were going through my books. We were going through Mom's. I think we were going through my parents' library, and then we were just joking about it because she's like, "Yeah, the books would just disappear. You just have them." And I'm like, "Yep, I would." Now, granted, she would take us to used bookstores and we'd buy our own. You know, we'd get our own. So, like, I have a mix of the most interesting versions. Next, Kat's gonna say she also liked Mrs. Frisbee and Rats of Nim. I listened to at least one book of the Rats of Nim, I think. Or at least partly. I don't remember if we read more than that. I think that one got too intense for Mom in the car. Fantasy sci-fi, working on some of the classics. Nice. Fantasy and sci-fi are my favorites. No one is surprised by this, I don't think. Yeah, I read some Nim. I want to say we were listening to an audiobook, but I don't know that we got very far into the series because Mom can't deal with intense things while she's driving, and we would mostly listen to audiobooks when she was driving. So, like, when we were going to Target or to the grocery store, which often when I was younger was Target because it was a Target grocery store place. It was like where we went for everything for a while, or we were doing anything. Going to my brother's taekwondo practice, my ballet practice, whatever the case might be, we'd be listening to an audiobook in the car. So, we listen to a lot of things that way. But there's a point at which certain things it was a little too intense for Mom to be trying to drive and listen to with us. Just a little bit. She managed to get through Red Roll, though. Which I would argue, the first book is can get pretty intense at times. Totally understand that. Yeah. I actually prefer music over audiobooks while driving most of the time. That's just me. Or podcasts. Podcasts are fun sometimes. Okay. Well, I still need to do the quest for that, and I need to go back and actually do the cave. I need to not be late this time. I got distracted. You have a hard time with audiobooks, you can't focus on them. Lots of rewinding. I don't have that problem. Actually sometimes they don't read fast enough for me. Even I could speed it up technically. Never actually tried that though. Cuz then it bothers me because I can tell that it's sped up. But I think part of that's probably because I would say not conditioned necessarily, but like we did it a lot when I was younger. I prefer a physical book, but I like to have audiobooks. And certain things, like I would always listen to audiobooks while I was doing my math homework, for example. So like there were certain things that made more sense because then I could multitask. It's like just enough to like keep my brain happy, but at the same time usually not so much that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Couldn't always do that though. You know in the book for a lot less time than you know in the movie. Now I kind of want to read The Rats of Nim again. I remember enjoying it. Now you might have to pull one of those books down and reread. Yeah. I need to reread some of my books. I just when I'm gonna read, I kind of need just like 3 hours or whatever to sit down and do that. And putting aside, I would say, not finding the time. I have the time. That's not the problem here. Setting aside the time sometimes is a little difficult because it's like, but I want to hang out with people and do other things. Now, I could technically just sit in a VC with everybody and read a book instead of playing games, but I have to pull a book off my shelf. But like earlier this year, already to the point where it's been long enough for me to just say that a couple months ago. But then you're not chatting. Exactly. So it's like, do I want to hang out with my friends or do I want to read book? Usually friends win. Usually. But when I was, when I went to visit my grandmother, we were going to be in the plane a lot and other things. So I took a whole series of books and I finished them and I was very happy. It's like I got to read. I don't know what to balance here. I'm thinking just a whole nother row of fantasy. Because that sold a lot the last time I was at the beach. Last few times. It's also a lot harder to pull my attention into the whatever conversation that's happening in the VC if I'm reading than it is if I'm playing a game, even if I'm really focused. You move to listening to audiobooks a lot more than reading, probably related to vision shifts. Multifocals suck for you and lose readers. And you'd lose readers and the ADHD went nuts a few years back. It was funny because I took the 3 books, the full series. Oh, I think it's the full series. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get through all 3, but I'm going to take all 3 anyway. I got through all 3. I got through all 3. Now, granted, I accidentally read the 3rd book first, but I'd already read the 2 of the books. I was only, ironically, the first in the series was the only one I hadn't actually read. I realized when I went to put them on my shelf recently. Earlier this year, I bought a bookshelf and moved a bunch of my books out of boxes and rearranged some things. And I realized when I did that, I was like, I have 2 and 3, but not 1. But it's also been years since I read them. So it's like, I will... I don't know why I zoomed in there. I'll reread them and I'll get the first book. Read that one first, and I accidentally read the 3rd one first. And I was like, oh no. I know how the story ends. It's fine though. Alright, so this person wants drama, emotions, a play, okay. Sad. No romance, no love triangles. You need to go throw a ball for a dog. It's post-stream and he knows how this works. Yeah, go play with the puppers. They're very good at sensing those kinds of things. Very good. Okay, so non-romance, extra non-romance. Play with emotions and tragedy. A charming collection of illustrated children's tales written by the famous Irish playwright. Does that mean they're all plays? He was a playwright. I don't know how that works. Okay. Let's go to the drama section because we're most likely going to find a play there. A tragedy with drama. It's routine. Mom stops talking, mom relaxes, mom moves the mic. Playtime! Yep. Yeah, for the longest time, my dog was in a similar routine. It was like when I got home, it was time I would take her outside and throw the frisbee. The problem came that my dad and I, and like other people, my mom usually too, would start coming home around the same time from various activities. Now I'm like, I can't. I don't know when anyone else is going to get home around this time, so you need to not be outside. They come in the driveway. Because you would go crazy. So I haven't been doing that as much lately, but it's the same vibes. But yes, go play with the puppers. Not to play. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much for the raid. It is appreciated. Biography. This is sad and not a romance, but it's also not a play. Or at least it's not stated to be a play. Alright, come on, I just need to play. Honestly, it probably just needs something from Shakespeare. There's one in here. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Not a play. Streetcar might be good, tragic ending. You've never heard of Call Romance? Is that here somewhere? Lord of the Flies. That's not a play. War and Peace is also not a play. Last one, second shelf. Streetcar named Desire. Yeah, could work. It's probably the closest thing I've seen so far. Ah, yes. This one will work. No. Drama, the style, the emotions. That one's funny, though. Don't think that's what they mean. Okay, let's just double check and make sure, like, none of the fantasy or, fantasy, I think you're probably the only one I check. Ella Enchanted. This is a good book. But it's definitely a romance. It's not even a play. It's a good book, though. I also liked the second one that she did in the same series. Oh gosh, what was it called? Trying to remember which story it was about. Because Ella Enchanted is Cinderella. The second one was really good. Hold on. Okay, definitely not that book though. Let me see if I can find it. Where's my search option in Audible? Audible, hello? Fairest. That was it. Snow White. Basically. But not. Fairest is also good. Though I think, if I recall correctly, Fairest is a little bit more intense than Ella Enchanted. Alright, let's hope this one works. Alright, very theatrical, they say. Alright, perfect. But Ella Enchanted was also just so good. Now I want to let me download that one. Maybe I'll listen to that one to work tomorrow. Assuming we still have it in my library. Is it already downloaded? Looks like I already had it downloaded. Look at that. Perfect. Might listen to that tomorrow. Oh, very good. Your crime selection is quite remarkable. Concerned parent. The parents were worried that the kids were spending too money at the bookshop, so they're like, "Do you have crime books?" It was a very weird quest line, I'm not gonna lie. But stamp collected anyway. Sold 20 crime books. Your customers are going wild for mystery. But they also seem a little concerned. But don't you think some of these are quite bloody? You certainly shouldn't sell them to kids. I don't. Now that I look around, you've got quite a lot of children here. And I don't give them the crime books. If they buy them where are their guardians? So responsibly unsupervised children at the beach. I mean, you could fall, get hurt, or, well, anything could happen. Please calm down. Well, I certainly keep an eye on your shop. Someone has to. Good. Challenge unlocked. Go for the kill. Parents at the beach can't get enough of your mysteries. Try to sell them 15 crime books in one day. But keep the crime books coming. I can't put them down. Complaints about me selling crime books. Ask for more. Whoa, what's with the grown-ups today? A lady just scolded me for not wearing a hat in the sun. What? Don't need a hat. Can't tell me what to do. I don't know. Harper's going through that phase. Anyway, didn't you want to come by the cave? Come on, that mystery noise won't investigate itself. Oh wait, over by the cave entrance. Don't be late. Alright, this... Hold on, I'm gonna recommend a book to somebody. Needs to be suitable for an 8-year-old. If there are less than 200 pages, that's a plus for me. Okay. Cool. Nightingale. Alright, that's 184 pages. Less than... it's probably better than that book. There, yeah, have this one. Perfect! It's one of the 2 kids' books I have left. Alright, let's watch the cave. I'll be over by the cave, actually, though? Oh, I need help with a book. Something short and sweet, you easily get nightmares, so no horror stories. Okay. Short and sweet, you want this, War and Peace, right? 1,273 pages? This sounds like a silly, short read. Perfect! Look into the dark cave, hearing the faint whisper of wind and waves. Keep looking. It's not time yet. Alright. Oh, she hasn't left the bookshop yet. Yeah, that's why. She's still inside. You know, if I saw the last 2, crime books, then, that would be, ideal. Okay, no. We'll have to come back tomorrow with more crime books. I'll have to put more of them on the shelf. Okay. There you are, ready to explore? Yes, let's go. You step into the dark sea cave, hearing the faint whisper of wind and waves. Good thing I brought my torch. Like a thin beam of flickering yellow light illuminates the moss-grown cave walls before you. So, do you know any self-defense? I did judo for about 2 weeks, so I'll protect us. Sure thing, kiddo. This feels wildly irresponsible. I mean, it's a cave. Yeah, it's irresponsible. It's fine though. As Harper head turns to peek around the next corner, the wobbling circle of light grazes over something on the wall. What's that? Can't quite believe your eyes. There are beautiful cursive stanzas written along the sandy face of the wall. Fire roams, the town in anguish wakes, yet all I fear's the flame her eyes betray. Interesting. With hopeless want, my hopeful heart now aches, for ashen wind blows toward our gazes so gray. On it continues further, and you find yourself quite moved by this tale of a lover who seems just within reach, yet is unattainable. Interesting. Below the fading words, another line is barely legible. It looks like a hastily added signature. STB and 1590? Wait, doesn't that sound like St. Buxton? Whoa, I didn't know this would turn into an archaeological expedition. Summer 16, year 2. Case, the fragments of St. Buxton. There's a poem scrawled on the walls in the deep inside the sea caves. Crunch. You halt in fear as Harper's torchlight pans along the floor, searching for whatever you just stepped on. A golden fragment reflects back up at you. It looks like there was what was once part of an old family crest. Wait, don't touch that. We need to handle it and store our find very carefully. I mean, good thing I packed my troglodyte collection device. We can use that. Archaeological containers. Scientifically the soundest way to store critical pieces of Buxtonbury's history. Woo, plus 2% to classic crime and fantasy sale chance. Nice. Fragment of an old family crest found in the sea caves. Seriously, this discovery is the discovery of a century. Despite his fame, we know almost nothing about St. Buxton's life here in town. New case, the fragments of St. Buxton. Who is St. Bookston really, and where did the strange fragments lead to? Case boundary shaped Buxtonbury's history. Let's write down all our thoughts on the board. In the dim light of the cave, Harper hastily scribbles down her burning questions. Who was the poem about? When did St. Bookston die? Where's the rest of the crest? Store the crest. Keep an eye out for shards of St. Bookston's family crest. They must be hidden around Buxtonbury. Ooh. We're gonna go on a treasure hunt. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go out here so we can start looking into St. Bookston. You follow Harper towards the fading daylight outside. But what was it you came in here for again? Ah, dinosaur! You think it's unlikely that a dinosaur has to survived in a cave in sleepy Buxtonbury by the sea? Still, you dashed after Harper. No need to risk it, right? What was that? I was gonna say an animal just sounding big in a cave. Oh, it was a seal or a sea lion, a sea lion. How did it even get here? Well, that concludes that investigation at least. Guess we caught two fish with one net here, huh? Two fish with one net? That doesn't... must be a local saying. Sounds like something the fisherman would come up with. Okay, I gotta go home. It's like really late. Keep an eye out for those fragments. Case closed. Nice. Okay, now I'm suspecting the fragments are just gonna show up like that. So we'll have to keep our eye out. Oh, it's gonna be harder than the Easter egg hunt I did for the spring festival. That was... First of all, they weren't actual eggs. Oh, and second of all, it was painful because there is like certain ones. It was just at the right pan at the right angle. Okay. Where is it? I've noticed not so many sci-fi books in my collection, so let's grab those. Okay. Did it equip the new mystery? Of course it Tribal again, I swear. Oh, I swear this darn thing. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what it equipped. Perfect. Now, where is my table? Table. Put that on the table, and then I'm going to go to I think it was a couple plants. We'll put a plant on there. Plants. Yeah, I went plus 2% to plant effects and weather effects personally. Okay. Now, we need to go to other places to look for the fragments. However, Connor? This will be easy to do. And there's nothing else scheduled for today. So looking for more fragments is gonna have to wait. I'll go back to the beach again. Need to make sure I have extra. Not selling as many classic as I would think. Which is very interesting. Okay. I do want to 4% chill, percent to crime chance. The cannonball is kind of nuts that it's plus 5% to kids and plus 3% to... That's kind of crazy. Why is this Christmas star a +2 to crime sale chance? That's kind of crazy, actually. That's kind of crazy. Um, oh, can I paint the pot of that plant? No, I can't. Okay. I paint that table again, though. Actually, I should paint something with this new color I got. Paint a couple things. There we go. It's at 8%. I would like to get it up. But I need to replace something to do that. Okay. Replace the cat temporarily. Alright, that's 12%. Cannonball. Really? Do I want to equip a cannonball? Nah, it's fine. That should be enough. Alright, we're back at the beach again! Boop, boop, boop. The good part is we're also currently um, having tourists on the island with the cruise. So that means, what's it technically mean? +2 tourists will come by today. So it means 2 extra customers. So that's nice. Because in addition to coffee, for the record, in addition to coffee, we're also selling newspapers and tickets to the every Thursday or Friday. It's either Thursday or Friday. The local drama group is doing a play, so we sell the. Currently, it's just Julius Caesar over and over again. Yeah, but you know, they spent a lot of time and effort, so they can do it as many times as they want. But we help them with sales, which is kind of fun. I get money from it. Technically, doesn't have an effect on them anymore, but this quest is done. But it's kind of a fun, silly thing. Okay, get to pick a book. Science fiction, something funny, something humorous, rather so funny. But horror stories can sometimes be a bit too much. So not something spooky, but silly sci-fi. We're at silly sci-fi. Okay. Nope, that's fantasy romance, actually. And that's just fantasy. Timeless sci-fi novel follows the tale. So that could work. Though I don't feel like The Left Hand of Darkness sounds like a humorous book. This one is fake news and genuine terror. So, probably not for this person. Jurassic Park. Is that considered sci-fi? I don't know. uh, Assassin's Apprentice. Somehow I don't think that's. Uh, Okay, that's technically a sci-fi book, probably, but that's fantasy. Darkly comedic. Somehow I don't think that's what we're looking for. Nope. Nope. Talk about Hockey League. No. Not sci-fi. Okay. Nothing in drama. Probably I'm gonna hope something's in classic. Otherwise I don't know. Well, children's books might also have an option here. Science fiction, silly science fiction, it might actually be easiest to find them in the kids section. Ironically. It's like quick checking. Study in Scarlet. No. Another good book though. You know what? Try that. Dang it. Guess what? What?
Yay!
Ta-da, I got my grade. And I passed. Yay! I don't know how you... I guess I must be doing your dissertation or whatever over summer, but good job.
Yeah.
Don't look at the grade. That doesn't matter. I passed. I get to graduate. Fair. Fair. Graduation ceremony is next Saturday. Will you come, please? Yes. After all these years of studying, it's kind of a big deal for me, so I'd love for you to be there.
Wow.
Right, I have to go now. Tilda has been asking me about my results for days now, so I'm sure she'll want to hear this. Cool, 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 cool. I'll have to remember. Anne's graduation. But where, though? Hey, Sir Buxton, get to talking. What do you know? Wait, let me hold it like... Click. There's something here. The fragment is inside the statue I got. Where did I even get this statue? I feel like... Oh, wait. I think I got it when I got one of my patches or my stamps at the university location. That's fun. A fragment of an old family crest found beside the bust of St. Buxton. How did it even fit in there? Oh, it worked. There's another piece of the crest inside the base. Wait, I know where to find the other pieces. Probably. This is the best treasure hunt of my life. We're gonna be famous! I mean, we're already famous in this town, but you know. Ah, good. You're here as well. Everybody's coming to say hi to me today. Came by to verify a new article for the review after I was approached by some parents. Have you heard any... wait, this is interesting. Looks like you're stalking a lot of crime novels these days. This is pure conjecture, but there might be a correlation. Sorry, excuse me, I have to write this down. You even went to the newspaper? Goodness. I mean, if they're gonna buy crime books from me, then like... Good, you're here. Thank you kindly for the reading material. You're welcome. But I've been meaning to speak to you about safety measures at the beach. It is frankly reckless how little oversight there is around here. And why is that my problem? Children are running around with sunscreen on. People are swimming wherever they want. What are you doing about it, Nothing. Exactly. Nobody wants to take any responsibility anymore. It is in everybody's interest to erect a watchtower and hire some lifeguards. So we as parents decided to collect donations, and we expect contributions from you. Oh no, my table's gonna disappear again. Collect. Guess your crime spree got a little out of hand. Contribute 50 coins to a new watchtower for the bay. As soon as possible. Yes, good day. Voluntary donation. Concerned citizens have imposed a hefty fee on the sale of crime fiction and anything distressing. When a crime book is bought, -2 coins. Moral panic. For every crime book sold today, +2% to crime book sale chance. Oh, that's funny. Oh, goodness. That's so silly, though. Like, hey, I'm a random bookstore owner. It's not my fault there is not a watchtower on this darn beach. Like, I literally have my car and my bookstore. What makes you think that should be my problem? Really? Honestly. Oh no, it's my fault. The random lady living out of Oregon. It's my fault that your kids are crazy. No, I don't think so. But yeah, no, sure. Crime sale book tax on the books you're buying because you like reading crime books. I don't know why that's my fault. A little bit of everything. Bitches books might be fun. Alright. I love how this side of the stamps is all wholesome with the castle. I sold 15 fantasy books and then contributed to the Sandcastle Tool Fund and then witnessed the rise of the Sand Empire, like, but now it's all, this side's all crime book related. It's very silly. Da, 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 da. Get rid of the cruises. What tourists at the waterfront? I don't know how to get rid of the tourists. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like that's within my capabilities. Well, I feel like we should work on finding the fragments. There are 2 places I can think of going. So, is it the cafe? I think so. Asking y'all like you know. I think it's over here at the cafe. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna clear the shelf. Clear out all the classic books and replace so we get different ones. Because there was a very limited amount of options the other time. Okay. And the people at the cafe like classic books the most. So I need to make sure I have classic books stocked. Because it's a classic location. This, I think. No, that's not it. What do these look like? The location of the future bookstore is like over here somewhere.
Hmm?
Hey, I heard you make quite the intriguing find. An undiscovered Bookstone poem. Remarkable. Harper already gave me an extensive interview, but I wanted to ask your opinion too. A wild goblin has appeared, by the way, chap. What do you make of your discovery? It's mysterious. It doesn't make sense. It's mysterious. Quite agree. Why would St. Bookstone write his presumably last sonnet in such a hidden place.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean there might be more of his works out there?
Hmm.
Well, in any case, I'm glad Harper is determined to keep investigating.
Hmm.
Maybe you should stock up some more of St. Buxton's classics too. They might be in high demand this week. We're also going to look. Isn't this St. Buxton? Harper will probably want you to take a closer look. Inspect. Fountain is a little worn by age, but you can still make out the spitting image of the distinguished gentleman. But wait, there's a glint in his eye. An actual glint. Is that a button? No, it's a fragment. I knew it. I know where the other one is too. Case, the fragments of St. Buxton. I found another one. Okay, we're going to the university next. Was it the university? See, the reason I knew that was there is that I took note of that, like, you could look at that but not do anything. And I thought that was weird. Like, why is it interactable but nothing happens, you know? It's like I can... Even when I click, where's their bikes? I heard that you and young Harper discovered an old sonnet. You know it? Oh yes, the cave used to be a popular drinking spot in my youth. Oh, that makes sense. So I'm glad that those couplets have not been vandalized yet. They were always very special. Back then we had no idea there was a signature to think it was written by St. Buxton. Very intriguing indeed. I do hope you find out more. Goodbye for now. Wow, you found another one? Goodness, everybody's showing up today. Yes, I found another one, Harper. That's so cool. Do you think it'll lead us to big treasure? I hope we find the rest soon before anyone else can find our treasure. We need to keep looking. Let's split up. So I already know where the other one is. There's another statue of St. Buxton at the university. Hi, I'm looking for a book that suits my interests. A graphic novel. And you can't go wrong with a play. Also something humorous. Goodness gracious. You want a graphic novel or a play? Those are two things that are not compatible. Probably a graphic novel. Backup as a play. Has to be silly. Oh look, it's the Hunger Games. That sounds like it would be silly. In maybe kind of sort of a graphic novel. Yay! Happy how you write your cause forever. I hope you think you're clever. Happy to see that St. Buxton is being discussed more openly, more among young people, I should say. His work put Buxtonbury on the map, after all. While most of his writing was published posthumously, he was supposedly quite the popular teacher at the university. Did you know?
Yeah.
He became a professor at the age of 22. Dang. Back in his time, he taught everything from poetry to architecture to history.
Oh.
It is believed that he lived right here in Cyril Plaza. Speaking of, I should write to the council again. They may not have cleaned the fountain yet this year. Hehe. See, I believe that was a hint as to 2 locations I need to go to. Anymore. Ooh, everybody bought a coffee. Let's go. Not the same. Playing by someone else's game. Too late to go back to sleep. Alright. Oh, we almost sold all the crime books today. That's kind of crazy. Oh, good. They got a ticket to the play. Can't I make you understand? Having delusions of grandeur. Someone says they're so. Alright. We're gonna get this case of the St. Bookston wrapped up rather quickly, I think. Comes at much too high a cost. Today is the performance of Julius Caesar. Already seen it twice, however. So instead, the university is not going to have any students in though, because we're in the middle of summer break. Oh, we're gonna go to the university tomorrow for the graduation. So actually, go here instead. See if we can make progress on that prime book tax quest. Just you and I, defying gravity. Defying gravity. Dun, 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 dun. Now that you're choosing this. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. Okay. Pick a book. That's cool. Can't live without sci-fi. That. But try it. Rip your heart out. Ugh, can't get enough of Mother Night. Oh my. Sci-fi. A tragic sci-fi story. On it. Defying gravity. Young adult sci-fi dystopia? Eh? Perfect! It'll take a bit to get to the 50 coins. All of no wizard that there is or was never gonna bring. Hello, how are your crime endeavors doing? They're doing great, actually. Perfectly legal as well. I'm not saying, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. I see you're collecting donations right now. What are those for? For beach safety. Ah, so you've been roped into their little watchtower project. That's generous of you. Yeah, I know. Well, I hope you reach your funding goal soon so that those people's concerns will finally be placated. Ah, so they bothered you too. And I'll be sure to mention your contribution in the review. Good luck! Always, always love that the besties is looking out for us. I see you're collecting donations. Yes, very good. We should have enough to fund the beach watch soon. And I'm certain a safe beach will benefit your business as well. Sure. Carry on. If it was real me, I would not have been like, if that's y'all's problem, go take it up with the city council. Leave me alone. I'm just a humble bookshop owner. Leave me out of this. Look at that stack of books, my goodness. Okay. I am just gonna buy these two things, collect 100 items, so we can see what kind of new things we get. I don't want them, but never know when they'll be useful for something, though. Ooh! I'm working for a while, but you can still feel the aura of the films at once shot. One inspiring actor plus 2% drama sale. While it's sunny, plus 25% to electrical effects. I already have one of those though. Paperback fantasy. Great tabletop inspo. It's a mixed books. Oh, which one of the other things I want to... Alright, scroll. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Now that we've cleared that out. Buxton University. So, Buxton likes facts, classics, and drama. Which makes sense, because it's a university, so... I'll do that, even though it doesn't say anything about liking fantasy. Alright. Everybody's graduating. Please welcome onto the stage the newest graduates of our School of Natural Sciences and Engineering in the middle of summer. Our next graduate is Anne Cohen. Yay, our friend! Woo! Her research on the adaptability of mutated plant variants to local environmental conditions has earned her a Master of Science degree. Let's go! It's my pleasure to hand you your diploma, Miss Cohen. Great work.
Yay!
Oh wow, thank you, Professor. Yay for our friend. There's a sheep in the middle of the university parking lot. That's...
Ah.
Hi, how are you? I wanted to let you to know that the printing press should be ready now. Let's go! It was a very difficult restoration process, I can tell you that much. Well, hopefully the funds I provided and the conversations we had helped. Especially acquiring replacement parts for over 200-year-old machine. Yeah, no, that would be a problem. But at least after coming through the storage some more, I found the original manual. That was immensely helpful. All we have to do now is try it out. And make some adjustments, of course. New request. Fresh off the presses. The printing press is back in operation. Try it out at the university. I've set everything up over there in the old groundskeeper cottage. Join me when you're done here, yeah? I want to go check the statue, guys. Come on. Hey, there you are. Thank you so much for coming. It means a lot. Yay! We're at 3 out of 4 gold memories. Let's go. One more and we can unlock the physical bookstore location. If you ever need advice, just ask your friend, the Master of Science. Look at this. I'm going to need everyone to refer me as a Master of Science from now on.
Huh.
By the way, did I tell you that my prof approached me after the ceremony?
Hmm.
She asked if I wanted to continue in the PhD program and said she'd like to offer me a position as her research assistant if I do.
Mm-hmm.
Told her I needed to think about it. I mean, after 8 years, do I really want to stay in academia? Girl, that's a great question.
Ah.
But then again, it's not like I had anything else planned for life after graduation.
Hmm.
To be honest, I didn't really want to think about it until now, because if I failed, you know. Because what if I failed, you know? I didn't want to get invested.
Hmm.
But I didn't fail. I'm actually pretty good at this whole research thing.
Wow.
And Dr. Ann Cohen doesn't sound bad either. Okay, can I look at the statue now? Saint Buxton, poet, thinker, visionary. Inspect! Oh, the slot here looks like the pieces we found. You should come back when you and Harper have managed to fix the crest. Okay, so I found out where we need to place it. Arr, that wasn't where we had to find a piece. I wonder... Maybe the park? I love how it's the middle of summer, so therefore there are just sheep. Okay, what do you need? Did you get anything new in it? I enjoyed odd romance plot. Happy ending romance plot. Okay. Let's see. No. Yeah, the song is too much for my brain right now. Something quieter, please. Nope. Well, it's a romantic comedy. You hope it has a happy ending? It doesn't say. Perfect. That's one of the interesting parts, is like a happy ending, but like I have to guess because it's obviously not going to tell me the end of the book in the blurb. It's like, yeah, here's how it ends. I wonder if the last piece is at the castle and not at the park. I almost feel like it would make more sense for it to be at the castle. Is that weird? Mm. I feel like there's another statue at the park. Maybe we'll get another hint. When we use the press. Oh, they repaired the roof of this place as well. I almost left without remembering. Oh, hey, you found me. I'm still moving things in, but it's pretty cozy, right? I have a feeling we're going to print some great books here. Let me show you the press, then we can try a first print. You enter the narrow doorway. Your eyes are drawn to a large mechanical printing press that takes up half the room. What a beautiful device. The intricate, heavy metal parts are rising and turning in all directions as Fern brings them into motion. It smells pleasantly of oil and ink, and there is something else in the air. It's subtle, but you can feel it. Potential. Infinite potential. Let's see, which one would you like to print first? So, do I want to print Walt's book about my book, which randomly decided to be about bees, I don't know. Murder in the Supermarket, or the Babla Compendium. I think the Adventures of Walton Core. I feel like that's the one to go with. That's all. Adventures of Walton Core, a rare and sought-off first edition. For every 2 travel books sold today, plus 1 to kids sale chance. That's cool. Machine springs into action and settles into a steady, mesmerizing rhythm. One by one, the empty paper sheets are fed through the mechanism and transform into pages on the other side. Almost like magic. Hey, it works like a charm. The quality is much better than I expected. New memory. Fresh off the presses. Yay. If you want to print some more, I'll be here a while longer today. Just knock on the door. We can always print more editions, or you can bring me a new manuscript. This is fun, right? Or is it just me? Either way, let's do lots to do. See you later. Thank you for your help with all this. Core memory! Wait, does that mean we're at 4 out of 4? Ooh, we might be at 4 out of 4. You know what? I kind of want to get them all printed. Let's just print them all while we're at it. Thank you. Yes. That turned out nicely. I can't wait to read it soon. Wait, so, hold on. Before we close, I'm gonna check quests. Tilde. Yeah, we're at 4 out of 4! Yo. I didn't even. That's funny. Knows better than you. It's one of her little thingies. That's funny. Alright. Okay. Use book collection. Yes, please. Succulent. Yes. Give. Not even a question. Inside. It's not even a question. Replace that. I have this feeling. In fact. I have this feeling that this is gonna work like that. I can put 2 in. Okay. Here's the Wilton core. And we'll put my book in. There we go. I wondered what that was useful for. Now I found out. Can I paint it? I can. We'll make it the pink, I think. Oh, and I can paint the pot of that too. Let's go with the dark blue, I think. Dun, 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 dun. Do I go to the park? Or do I go to the ruins? I got 2 shiny thingy memories today. Hmm. Hmm. There be at the castle ruins or the park? I think it's gonna be in the castle ruins. More than a century of history, like surely. Surely that's the answer. Dun 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 The curiosity, actually, I didn't even look at the effects that this gives. Alright, that's fine. I just will have to make sure I unequip that when I'm working on the other quest. Da 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 da. First day I was here, I could fire the cannonball. Da da. Looking for something interesting related to Buxton. St. Buxton. Ah, maybe here. There it is! Graveyard of St. Buxton died in Buxton's grave. Shouldn't he be buried there? Here he is. Read the inscriptions. Samuel Oswald, Rycaster. Sophia Theodosia Bright. Could one be Buxton's grave? Grave. I could see the piece. Glinting in the light. It's a piece. We got the fourth piece. Another piece of St. Buxton's crest. How lucky is still there after all this time, but whose grave is this? Sophia Theodosia Bright. I had a feeling. Interesting. So was her real name? Case of St. Buxton. There's a fragment hidden at Sophia Theodosia's Bright's grave. Does that mean that this is the real identity of St. Buxton? Huge if so, yes. Fun. Plot twist. I'll get right to the point. I believe you're ready to take over, dear. Ooh, I wasn't sure if she was going to come to me or if I had to go to the cafe location for her to come to me as comfort. Right, yay. I can have the bookshop? Really? I thought of quite a few preparations before I wanted to hand over the keys to you, and you have completed them all. New memory. The people's bookseller. You have truly amazing people by your on your side who will help you through thick and thin. New memory. A worthy heir. You've really shown yourself to be a remarkable business person. And I have no doubts you will be the best successor I could wish for. Now, all that effort deserves a reward, don't you think? Come on, let me prepare you a little opening party. Your friends will all want to be there. Alright, then meet me at the shop tomorrow and I will officially hand over your new keys. See you there! I was debating about whether I was going to play another day or not. I feel like we should do the opening. The new bookshop opening. It might be fun to do on stream. Look at that! 1, 2, 3, 4! Found all the pieces! Okay, this is important. Mom says to slow down for the important stuff. I think it's time for a professional archaeological restoration project. Let me handle it. I'll return it this tomorrow. So when you said professional archaeologist, you meant you? Guess what I brought?
Yay!
Yes, that's right. A copy of my dissertation. You want me to take it to the press and make it a book? Because I can do that. Nice. I saw you were looking for things to print, so I thought, why not?
Ah.
There must be at least two other people in Booksonbury who'd be interested in a modified plant species, right?
Huh.
Oh, by the way, I have a fun/sad plant fact for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole photosynthesis thing, we tend to put our plants outside.
Wow.
It should be very nice. They might love that.
Hmm.
But also, when you put some houseplants in direct sunlight, they can get sunburned just like you.
Hmm.
So watch out for any brown spots, yeah? I'll see you later. Yeah. Don't need to tell me twice. Okay. For nonfiction, different books about travel. Got anything for you? Been a while since you asked me for a recommendation. I know who you are. Okay, so nonfiction. Different types of travel. How about this one? About castles, because we're at a castle. You get a book about castles. Alright. I love how despite the -8% via the plant on the crime book sell percentage, I still sold all but one. Still managed that one somehow. How much is this percentage giving me? That's not giving me any. I don't know. Why? Ten plus 14 for -8 is not 14. That would actually be 6. Don't think someone did that math correctly. Help, I have too many candles. Ooh, that might be a fun one thing for Halloween. The fall. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? This tomorrow at the shop, but then it doesn't say. Doesn't say where that is. Right? That's what she said. I want to say it'll be at Cafe Liberté. Because... Oop. Not me accidentally taking that off my window. Almost taking it off my monitor, rather. I know that her shop was next to... Miriam's Cafe. Alright. Given it's not giving me a specific location to show up to, I might just need to... I'll just maybe be taken there tomorrow. Taken there at the end of the day? I don't know. Video game logic be like, give her a quest, but not tell her how to complete it. Very video game logic. Okay. Yeah, travel's popular at this location. I'll have to see how I can decorate my bookstore as well. Not sure how that's gonna work out. Yeah, see, this is all cleaned up now. I think that's my new location. I'm excited. Oh, look, it's a tourist. We know because they're wearing the stereotypical red Hawaii shirt. Very touristy of them. Which genre of books? I do need travel books. Ta-da! Here we go. Books and Berry Crest. While you have fewer than 7 books on your shelves, 10% to fact and 10% to fantasy. New memory. Restore the crest. Let's head to the university next, right? Yeah. Oh my, I can't wait for our treasure. Please tell me that didn't replace anything and get equipped on my walls. That would be annoying. I doubt it did, because I think we are going to lose the item when we use it at the university. Or rather, when I use it at the university, because I think this is the last day I want to play. Yes. Hello. Sorry, I'm tired today. This whole printing business has become quite taxing to do on my own. Seems like just passion might not be able to run a quasi-publishing house alone. I will need to get some more people on board, but not many people know about this project yet. We need to get more books out there. Can I count on your help? Recommend 7 hand-printed books. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay. A play from this century. Well, that's not the answer. That's a very much a play, but not from the century. Hold on one second. Oh, my stream deck doesn't want to work today. Alright. Okay. Sorry, chat. I needed to deal with something for a second. Okay, so play from this century. So, not Shakespeare. What's the release date for this game? What are they considering this century? There aren't a lot of plays being published for casual reading. That's a great question. I think this game was like released. Hold on, I can check. Store page. August 7th, 2025. So last year. Almost a year old. So I'm assuming when it says this century, I kind of just assume in the 2000 like range. That's kind of where I've been. But like technically it's not quite right now I'm just looking for play. PC is acting up, telling me you should probably go to bed. Night. Night. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed after I finish this day, I think. A problem child, 'cause I got too wild, but that's how I'm getting paid. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's really hard to find a play. I might have to go for something that's just a classic, but in this century instead. House Moving Castle. 1986. Wait, is this not the play though? I think it's just a book. It's one of those. I think that's a book and a play. You know what? If it works, it works. Perfect. What is it mean to be within this century, actually, though? That's a great question. You know what we're born to be. Now, my dear, it's time to open your brand new bookshop. Yay! Well, Gars has a full cast dramatization, but it wasn't published for reading, just broadcast on BBC 4. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it looked like that was just the book version. That's one of those other things, is like, I would... Like, when I think of Howl's Moving Castle, I actually think of the play first. But to be fair, I have never read the book series, question mark. But I've seen the play. My school did it for one of their plays. And I had a friend in drama at the time. So we would always go and support him. Of course. Thinking of the movie, never heard of it as a play. Yeah. It was actually pretty good. Like, I was surprised at how good, in my relatively inexperienced, but how good the plays were at my school, because I expected them to be slightly janky, and sometimes it was, but like, they did a really good job for. Because the problem is I knew a lot about other things going on, and I was like, how? How? Wild Pen Porter has appeared if anyone wants to catch it. Oh, I'm getting quite misty-eyed. This is nostalgic. Here are the keys. I know you will do great things, dear, and I'll always be here if you need my help. Yay! Keys to the proverbial castle! Use them wisely. Yeah, because we didn't literally give me a keys to a castle. And thank you for carrying on when I began so many years ago. Yay. I'll meet you at the entrance after you're done for the day. Let's go. Wow, that's two songs from the same movie in a row. Not that I'm complaining. Free, free, free. Dictionary never face it. Past be the past till it's weightless. I want to go see it play again. Those are always fun. And it's gonna be like another year before. Well, not quite. They're like 8 or 9 months before my brother's next play. Oh. These lovely folks all wanted to come wish you well for your next step. Just trying to take a picture of everybody doing... So these are our friends. Some of them you guys have seen today. We've got the fisherman, the botanist, researcher, the kid, the former bookstore owner, the new owner of the cafe, and also the writer for the band. One of the writers for the band. I couldn't have said it better myself. I wasn't reading. Now, why don't you have a chat with everyone first? This is your party, after all. Our dog. Obviously, the stray we picked up that we've had since near the beginning. The former owner of the cafe, the writer of the review, and one of the other members of the band that we support. Kind of. They buy books from us all the time. Thanks for bringing back the bookshop, mate.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of precious childhood memories here. And I know you'll keep up the legacy, you know, of making this a refuge for weird kids like I was. Yep, I got you. Finally, I get to see what everyone was raving about. You might not do things the same way Tilda did, but she assured me that you'd carry on her vision. If you don't mind me asking, how do you feel now? What are your plans for the future? Sorry, too many questions at once. And I'm sure you have enough on your mind right now. How about you give me an interview on your opening day, for tradition's sake? Great. Now have fun with your shiny new shop. I want to decorate. I suppose this is the start of a new era, then? Well, as a fellow member of our business association, I'm sure you will do well here. And I'll be just across the plaza to give you advice when you need it. Huge congrats, babes. Man, I can't wait to have you here at the plaza. Let me know when you're coming in to open the shop. I'll bring you some coffee or whatever you'd like. I want to talk. Akon looks more like they're interested in something other than talking. Yeah, no, that's fair. Now, time for a new chapter, Bailey. Woof woof. Nice. Did you have a chance to tackle everything? If so, we could go ahead and open the shop. But remember, celebrations will end afterwards, so we won't get another chance. Not yet. I was talking to everyone, including you, lady. So, does this mean I get to have your mobile bookshop now? I'm still using it. Alright, fair enough. I guess that's good. Don't change too much.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. This is going to be an exciting new chapter. So much more space to decorate. I know! More plants? But I like that you're keeping the tiny book wagon too. It's just perfect for anything outside the inner city.
Yay!
Ooh, this will soon be my new favorite place to hang out. So they really handed over the shop to you, yeah? I never thought she'd let that bloody place go. Jokes aside though, good on you for carrying on. I can't. It's a great place. But you and your vessel will still be come by the waterfront from time to time, no? Yes. Closer look, you can see the teeth, but at first it looked like lip gloss. You can kind of see teeth. Now are you ready to enter this little party and look inside your shop? Yes! Let me in! What decorating options do I got? What are the options? Do I get to name it? That's the sky. Is it the end of the game? Well, not the end, but the end. That's fun. Okay, well, I would let the credits roll, but I don't really want to. I want to see. I didn't finish everything, so it better not. Should I let the credits roll? No, I'm tired. It's a good game. Okay, I was gonna say. Excusez-moi. Rare bundle of comics also. New, I would think so. Ooh, we can now switch to decorate till this shop by clicking here. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this place, guys. You can now decorate your art's content in addition to your bookshop. Whenever you go to Cafe Liberté, you will automatically be in Tilda's shop. Any items you place here will be unequipped from your tiny bookstore, vice versa. Looks like you don't have a shelf equipped. Make sure to equip one now to continue. Alright, oh, excuse me. Let's look in here and let's grab... we'll grab one of the bigger ones. I want to put this back in here. Oh, my voice is getting a little... Bookseller continues to sell books. Water is wet. I know. The little disclaimer thingy, the little update thingy every week on how much money I've made at my bookshop every day is kind of funny. It's kind of silly. All right, what should we do? I feel like the vibes should match, you know? So we'll go black floor. Purple. We'll do the darker purple. Darker teal, maybe? I kind of just like whatever color it is now. I gotta figure out the walls. Because the problem is the pink on the walls kind of just doesn't work with the brick. Unfortunately, in modern times, booksellers selling books is in doubt. That's true. But in this small town, oh, no shelves equipped. That's why it's yelling at me. There you go. Plenty of shelves. They need colors though, because what the heck is that? Okay. I am going to confirm that for the moment. I will, next time I play, I'll decorate more and stuff. But yeah, every time, every day it shows me how much I made and then whatnot in the bookstore and brewery review. Cruise ship departs. Woo! I feel like the deep purple paint might be useful, actually. Alright, but that is going to be it for me today. As it is late. And I need to go to bed. Save and quit. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna get to decorate that. That's gonna be so much fun. I might have to... I'll take a screenshot, I think. Or at least try to remember to take a screenshot. And share it in Discord when I do it. Let me just... I don't know. Hey! I got a Lucy attack. Hi! Licking my elbow, my wrist. Bumping against me, being like, hey! Attention! Totally not about to end stream or anything. You don't, you know. Hi! Hi! Oh, goodness. I almost pulled my phone off the desk. Okay. Let me check and see if there is somebody to read. But thank you everybody for hanging out and lurking and all the stuff, and thanks for the raids and the follows. Those are all greatly appreciated. I should be streaming on Friday like normal. I say like normal, like I don't skip, but maybe this time I'll start on time. Who knows? Let's see. I'm not entirely sure what we'll be doing on Friday. I wasn't planning on streaming this game, but I kind of just felt like playing the game and I felt like I wanted to stream and I was like, well, I guess I'm doing that. So we'll see. Maybe we might end up doing more Knights of the Republic because I want to get to a certain point in that game. Oh, reminder. I think it's this weekend that, no, Dragon's asleep, but I think it's this weekend that Dragon and I are not streaming on Saturday. As he and Mousy are doing something else that day. I think I'm probably just going to say I'm not streaming either because it's good. It's been a chaotic week for me already. Details are irrelevant, but college week. It's the week everybody's going back to college, so life things are happening in the background. So that's that. So I think I'll take Saturday off and just sleep in probably. I just have to, be awake in time for D&D. That's all I really need to worry about. joke. I'm not getting up to that late. Anyway, I will see y'all on Friday. Or maybe some Star Wars. I think that's probably what we're going to do. Unless I change my mind between now and then. Because I don't really have a Minecraft project I'm working on steadily right now. I need to do some screenshots and one more once over on RQSMP, but speaking of which, the end of season tour stream looks like it's gonna be on around Labor Day. I don't know which day we're doing yet because we still haven't confirmed that. I might poke everybody and be like, hey. But it'll be at some point during that weekend. So be excited for that. It's like September 4th through 6th or something like that. It's kind of what we're looking at. But I'm going to do my best to participate. Time zones are going to be fun because we have to work around everybody's time zones. But I'm excited to start season 3 of that. When we're starting it, I don't remember if I'm allowed to say. Whatever. Either way, it's going to be not too shortly after. Not too long after we end season 3. We've got some things we got to do in between, but season 2, rather. And season 2 to go into season 3. Yeah, that's how that math works, Clara. You guys sound tired? Yeah, I'm excited for that. But I've got to do a few things. But I don't think I'm going to do that on stream. I'm not going to do the tidying up on stream. Anyways, not chat. Bye!